Hi, living in Boulder vlog. Hopefully, I can get this video done in a couple of minutes before I run out of time on the computer. Phone runs out of energy or whatever, space, and turns itself off all of a sudden. I had like 2.5 gigabytes. I think I need to delete playlists on my Apple Music. I'll try that tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, I shouldn't let it cut out too many times in a row. Goes to have a shower. Didn't go to my mother's house today. Called her. She was busy. I think it was like raining, but I did go to the store and get some things. I got candy and an energy drink. I'm like addicted to energy drinks again for the last couple of days. But then I got olives and pickled garlic. I think I'm gonna go have that after this. And yeah, and stuff to even make tostados. Maybe I'll have some of that. I made some of that for breakfast. So, yeah, last night I was working until 5 and then I crashed and I got up at 1. So it was like 8 hours. Today I came up with an idea. Because yesterday I created the different regions, the different like towns within the city. But then today I came up with an idea to turn Atlantis into a mind map. So I'll explain how Atlantis is a mind map of me. And so if everybody makes a mind map of Atlantis, then that'll show what they think that society should be structured like based on how much population you give to the city, assuming that you can't move out of the city, and it's true with the Earth. Spaceship Earth, we have to cull our population. So how many population you would have, and within that population, how many percentage you would have as rich, middle class, and poor, and what the differences you would be, and then why they're rich. So you'd assign how rich they are, and then what their jobs are. And then tie that into like, well, yeah, what you think the world should be like, and that's kind of like your map. And so I guess this will be mine, and I'll explain how it is. I'll have to study all the different kinds of like maps people create, and I haven't gotten around to it. I should right now, but like little charts, the little pie chart, and like where you are personality wise, and then politically wise, and everything. So like the Atlantis is going to be one. I think it'd be good to use Atlantis as one because it's the oldest mandala that there is. 10,000 BC, and it's actually described how you do it, how it looks, as far as the central island, the three water moats, and the 3 islands, including the central island, and then the 2 ring islands, and then even the outer wall, with it all the size that he says. So, and so that'll give you actually an idea of what the roads will look like if you make the roads as big as regular roads, like the blocks as big as blocks today. They're all pretty around much the same size throughout the world, as well as Atlantis being same size as all the buildings. I mean, other big cities throughout the world. I'll show that in my videos. So then you just plop in the roads, and there you go. There's Atlantis. It's described. It kind of looks like a spider web. So anyways, so that was one idea, and then I had another epiphany today, which was I'm going to, like, Plato said that there was, I think it was 1,800 kilometers worth of trenches on the one trench, and he didn't say how many kilometers of the outward trenches are, but the mid trench is 300 meters wide, and the other outer trenches are only 100 meters wide. So it's kind of up to my own judgment to do what the outer trenches are, but I built the trench, and I kind of made it how I would have it look from the mountains, and then winding throughout the island, and then to the city and out the city, just like how Plato said with the same exact distances Plato said. And so I did that in the beginning, but then now I'm looking at the building, the island, and I'm actually finding the trenches. I'm just looking at the trenches using like visual LiDAR, and just finding the trenches, piecing them together. And after I find each and every trench I have, I'll see if I come up with a pattern. And it looks like I am coming up with a pattern that makes sense, like a trench that goes around the outer edge. And then I'll slowly convert the one that I made into that one to preserve it looking like a snaky trench that makes sense, as well as being superimposed on the trenches that I see and being the same distance. So that's going to be, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that turns out, That's how it's what I was doing right before I made this video. There's I'm kind of bouncing around doing all sorts of different things today. Oh yeah, I was also deciding to work on the perches in the tourist section, where I put the lines to show where I then click on it and make them visible. as well as the actual movie of it that I create with Google Earth. So, and there's a lot of those to make, so I had to organize those, and I just got started with that today. So yeah, I kind of bounce around, do lots of different things, but I'm kind of starting to wrap up the actual city itself. So yeah, it's coming along. Today's Monday, and I said I'd give myself a week, so that means until the end of Sunday. Even though I got started on like Thursday or Friday or whatever, that's kind of the same thing as I did with the Deep History Timeline that I worked on for 8 weeks. I kind of started that on a Monday, even though I started like on a Friday. So it was like 8.5 weeks or a little over 8 weeks. But so yeah, so I'm the beginning of the week that I'm giving on Atlantis. And I'll give even another week if I'm making good progress on this. So yeah, just take my time. And I asked Kirsten how long she thought I would work on it. She said 2 months, 8 weeks, because that's what I was doing on my Deep History Timeline. But if I give it that much time, I mean, hopefully that's how much time it'll take to make the video. I'm thinking it'll take at least that much time. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes me 2 weeks to do on the actual Google Earth, which gives me a month and a half to do the video, and I could see myself spending that time on it because I want to make it really intricate. Anyways, let's keep this video short so it doesn't like magically cut out. Yesterday's video magically cut out 420. Isn't that trippy? Just look at it. Okay, talk to you tomorrow.